Just me and Cheetah today. He's eating his dinner, and this is what he calls his sorting station. So he likes to get the little tiny leaves that are from the alfalfa. Here, baby, I get you some. And he doesn't want these stupid stems anywhere in there. So I need to make him little piles of leaves only. Sometimes I'll just take the alfalfa and shake it like you would shake a ripe apple tree and let all the little apples fall. That's basically what he's doing. Right here, baby, I made you a little pile of pure leaf. Right here. Now, part of the problem is his big, snorty nostrils. So, when he has made all of these little piles of alfalfa leaves, and he takes a deep breath in, he snorts up all the alfalfa powder and all the alfalfa leaves straight into his big, cute nostrils. Now, baby. So this is his daily challenge, is trying to eat the little alfalfa leaves, first separating them from the big, disgusting stems. He's like, yeah. And then not snorting all the irritating dust and the delicious leaves up the wrong hole, which would be his nostrils and not his mouth. I help you, baby. Okay, so this is step one of the process. You need to shake the leaves from the stems. Now, some people say my horses are spoiled, but the reality is they have a language only I can understand, and they tell me what they need, and I do it. I'm also a professional horse itcher. They can just point with their nose, and, oh, look, we got some, huh, baby? Oh, very good. He found the little pile I made for him. That's my baby. I love this horse so much. This is Cheetah. He is a former racehorse. I looked up his tattoo and I didn't find any information other than his name and his birth year. So he is now 17 years young and his race name was Horace Blake. If anybody watching this has any history on Horace Blake, the beautiful chestnut foaled in 2006, contact me. We would love to know more. Anyways, somehow he ended up at auction and then ended up at a trail riding place. And sadly, he was neglected there. He has a knobby knee. There's his knobby knee. My farrier thinks that possibly his knee had been broken and then nothing was done about it. And the inflammation calcified, creating this huge knot. I kind of think, just from observing him all the time, which is what I'm always doing because he is the cutest boy in the world, that he has very long leggies. He's got these big, long spider leggies, and his neck is not quite as long. And so... I know this is kind of a silly theory, but listen to this. Okay, so he's got his long leggies and a shorter neck, kind of like my human self. He has to do this and push his little leggy out to be able to bend down to eat all of his nibblings. And so he is always standing. I don't know if you can see in that light, but he is always standing with that leg, that knobby one, forward and slightly bent, and he puts like all of his weight, and this is how he lowers himself to eat his food. So I have proposed that my boyfriend construct a feeding stand, which is up off the ground by a couple feet, and I guess a feed bin that will attach to the wall. Flies. And that way he doesn't have to bend over. Right now I feed him on a leather ottoman whenever I give him grain, just because I hate seeing him bend down like that. But I really need manly man help for building the trough. I want to basically put a big feed trough on the wall in his stall and always feed him in that and never see him have to stoop to eat his little nibblings. Anyways, this has been a silly video, but I love my horse, and I know horse people will be like, oh my God, never get on the ground by your horse. You never know when they're just gonna kick you in the head and you'll die. Well, I know. Do as they say, not as they do. This is my son though, and he would never hurt me.